coming here, I wasn't I had 0 stars. Just saw some tall, skinny kid, who had a red shirt when he first got here. Went through a lot of ups and downs with everything and, just fought through it.
Jalen McDaniels from deep. There is the record rebound for Nico Carvacho, who's just become the all-time rebounding leader in the history of Colorado State.
You break the CSU record in, less than 3 years. And, you get the ball from the person you broke it from. I think that was really special.
So impressive. He's, 2/3 of the way through his junior season. We have all next year to talk about the record just absolutely being shattered. And you talk about a guy who's going to put up a number that might be unreachable.
And what's amazing is that Carvacho, he's done all of this. He's leading the nation in rebounding, and he's doing it all with a torn labrum. And that is why you see him out there with the tape on his shoulder.
The tape, honestly, was kind of one of those things that, I don't know, kind of made it feel still compact. I had a feeling on it, because when I didn't have anything on it, kind of felt like I didn't have a shoulder. It felt like it was like a dead feeling. It's kind of hard to explain, but it just feels like, after 10 shots in a row, it was just done. I couldn't, raise it anymore. It was one of those things that I could play through it and, go through the whole season.
In some cases, they can participate through an injury. There are some times where student athletes are not allowed to participate with an injury based on the nature of it and really what the long-term outcome is. In this particular case, Nico was given that information, and it was something that the medical staff felt like it was something, if he could participate at a high level and it was tolerable, that it was reasonable for him to do, and that's what he chose to do.
After the season, you get surgery, find out in the surgery that also my rotator cuff was torn also, so I had to get both of those fixed.
Surgically, it ended up to be a little more extensive than I think what the initial thought was. So for him to accomplish what he did with the injury that he has was really impressive.
It was a little nerve-wracking. I never really had a surgery. I've never really been injured. I've never not played a sport for 5-6 months like I did, and having to go through all the rehab and doing all that, it kind of messed me up a little bit.
I think the biggest challenge with any long-term rehab, post-surgical rehab, is it's such a grind. It's a process, and to stay focused and engaged day to day is really challenging. And really, what Nico did a great job of is controlling what he could control. He showed up with a positive attitude. He brought it every day with the energy that you'd expect of a high-level athlete and someone who's driven to be successful.
The most difficult part of doing rehab was the middle part. Was staying on it every single day. You're not gonna go from here to here in one day. It was those small, every single day, grind it out to get here. The first couple months while I was in the sling was kind of tough, because I would do the same exercises for a whole month, 5 times a day. I wasn't able to lift arms for the first 4 or 5 months. So I was just in there doing straight legs. No one wants to go in there and just do straight legs the whole day, but I was on my own schedule. I was away from them, but you got to try to stay integrated and get to know all the guys, because there was 8 new guys, especially this summer. So I just had to try to get to know them and stay with them. So when I got the sling off, it was kind of one of those things all right, I'm starting to get back in that feeling of I'm able to run now. Able to start working on my, start doing some form shooting. I remember they came up to me and they were just talking about how, it's gonna be a process. I'm not gonna be able to go out there and start jacking up threes and doing all that. I had to start in close, start form shooting. The first couple of weeks without a ball, and then they gave me a limited number of shots too. So I wasn't going. I was out there for 20 minutes or 150 shots, kind of one of those things. So that was a little rough too, because just want to get out there and you have the opportunity to get out there, you want to go full go, but. Some days, you're not making anything. Sometimes you can barely get the ball to the rim because, you're still sore and, still weak. So, that was definitely a tough thing, and just going in there every single day and just trying to, get better. When we started practicing in September, when I came back and we were, going through conditioning, and I was, back in doing rehab and, doing all that. But, a couple times in practice when you go up and, you get a rebound and you get yanked on it and nothing happened, I think that's when I finally felt that, it was getting back to 100% and I wasn't thinking about it. The first couple of games was a little tough. You know, you like I said, you know, you come back, you know, average whatever, 16 and 13, lead the nation in rebounding. You know, you're A, B, and C on scouting report. So it's one of those things that, you know, you wanted to show everybody that you still got it.
Carvacho! Dunk! Nico Carvacho!
I've just been trying to play for the team, and you know, it's been paying off. You know, like I said, wins are way more important than anything else, and that's what, you know, I had to figure out. And you know, last season was great, so it's kind of like, you know, you want to get back to that, but like I said, you can't just go get 13 rebounds in one shot. So you know, like lately, I've been, you know, it's like one shot at a time. Do this, one shot, be aggressive, you know, and just kind of just stay focused and just, you know, be at peace with the game, you know, stop overthinking everything and just have fun. After season, when I'm done playing, you're just looking at it and you basically hold every single rebound record for CSU in Mountain West history. You know, it's one of those things that, like, I understand it now and it's cool, you know, but I think after the season, it's gonna be one of those things like, hey man, you actually did it, you know, so that's my goal right now, is to stay focused on the season and continue to work hard and worry about all that stuff after the season.
You know, there's a lot of emotion around senior day, you know, there really is. And when they leave here today, they've left this program and this place in a heck of a lot better shape than when they got here. And boy, isn't that what we all want to do.
Coach Medved, Coach Ali, Coach JR, Coach Thor, Aaron, Joe, CJ, all of them, you know, those are great people. You know, they really have your back, and they really show that, you know, they take pride. You know, you can kind of tell, like, they want to know who you are, build a relationship, they love you. And I think that just trickles down to who they recruit and the players they have in the locker room. You know, there's a great group of guys in there. But, you know, I take a lot of pride in just being able to push the young guys. You know, like, those are like kind of like my sons, I call them. But, like, really, those are my little brothers. You know, I take a lot of pride. I love all of them. And I'm just so proud of everything they're doing. I just want to continue to push it so, you know, years to come, you know, they can actually build something remarkable. I want to be able to be one of those people that, you know, were the cornerstone of it, you know, helped start it all. And, you know, that's the reason why I stayed and, you know, to leave that legacy.